All right, 28 nozzler. We brought this up to Oregon. This is one of the bigger cartridges I've shot with. 180 grain bullet, that ELD from Hornady. I usually like to shoot those 6.5s, but we had this gun done. Been shooting great, chased a bunch of elk in October up in Wyoming. So we're running that Revic scope. Kregg's just feeding me a line of sight range. We have our ballistics plugged into here, BC, muzzle velocity, and then the scope. It's giving us a compass heading, taking atmospherics, and spitting out an MOA reading here. So I look like we're on target, Kregg?
Yeah, good news is you're on target at 406. It made the trip, brother.
That's what we're looking for. Una mas, was it right side? I held right side.
You held right.
All right, 1,000 what?
One moment. 1,066.
So this target is a small tip over, and it is, I mean, at 400 yards we can be pretty sloppy on the wind. This is an exercise to check elevation, and at 400 yards you can get a little sloppy on the wind, but 1,000, if your wind call is not perfect, we will miss that little tip over. So Kregg, when I say miss the wind call, I mean if Kregg misses the wind call, we will miss that tip over. So no pressure, Kregg.
Okay.
So a couple cool things. We will feed this scope a couple pieces of information. One of that is the wind speed and then wind direction. And then that's going to take into account Coriolis aerodynamic jump. And so pretty sophisticated. So you can dial in on what your wind direction is on clock position. So let's say I have a 5 mile an hour wind at roughly 2 o'clock. I'll enter that in my scope. It'll give me a readout that I need to hold with those other factors. Again, Coriolis, spin drift, etc.
So let's go left to right wind at 2 miles an hour.
Give me a clock position. 9, 10,
Yep.
at 2.
Let's see what we got.
Ready?
Ready.
All right.
No call.
What's that?
No call on the steel though.
It tipped, didn't it?
Did you shoot at the 400? Just kidding. I mean, you're on steel, but I just can't see where it's so far.
Yeah, I don't even see any. Are you on the 400?
Yeah.
You're on the 400.
The first one I wasn't. I guess after I got done ranging with the sideways, I didn't even pay attention. Shoot again.
I said, I know I've seen that thing soon.
Okay, go shoot again.
So Kregg's basically on the wrong animal, so. But boy, he can ride shotgun in the truck for you if you need him. He might not be much for ranging.
Hey, I promise you tomorrow when we see a bull, I'll be more on point. Okay?
That's exactly why you do these exercises.
All right.
Ready?
Ready. Booyah! I saw it that time.
It is a lot better to call the shot when you're on the target that you're shooting at. Just kind of range 101.
It's communication. Communication.
I think she's ready. 180 grains, ready to roll tomorrow.
No doubt.
Cool.
Mile down. I was gonna kind of be like, it'll turn up to your right. Yeah. So only one road, one mission. So let's go out there and perfect.
It's Oregon. We've got a landowner tag up here. It's private property. We've got Javier doing a little escort for us this morning, gonna drop us off, and then kind of a little DIY today. So we're excited. Chasing bulls, nothing real big, but never killed a 6-point. So Kregg and I have chased a lot of bulls in a lot of different states, and killed a lot of nice bulls, but let's sneak down off this ledge here and see if we can glass up a few bulls down in this drainage. But good shooting conditions this morning, so we're excited.
Looks better and better.
Well, we've seen a few this morning. Not quite the one we're after, but
A lot of elk in here. Yeah, it's fun to come to a place and see this many elk running around, and it's hasn't disappointed, that's for sure. Yeah, they're probably hit up, you know, these little ravines and canyons, they seem to hold most of the bulls. We've seen a couple spikes and but lots of cows. So what's our game plan, brother?
well, I want to see a little different country. There's a lookout point in this area where there's going to be shots from below us at 200 yards out to about 1,200 yards. So sounds like there's been a couple bulls hanging in there earlier season. The guys had seen some of the archers that have been in there. So I'm kind of excited to get out on that perch and see what. Sun would come up behind us. It's probably more of a morning shot, but I don't know. It's fun being up here. Getting chillier. Temperature's dropping a little bit. So
It's been nice in the morning though. At night it's picked up a little bit on wind, but boy, those mornings have been pretty calm. So I think if we can find a good lookout, find the right bull, I think you got it in.
I'm excited to shoot this 28. I'm excited.
The mojo's working, put it that way. We found where the cows live. Now we got to find where the bulls are tucked away.
The zero's good. I mean, so we had a little incident at the range yesterday where I was on one target and Kregg was on the other target. Ready?
Ready.
What's that?
No call on the steel though.
It tipped, didn't it?
Did you shoot at the 400? Just kidding.
See any? Are you on the 400?
Yeah. It's like,
and so let's just hope when if we find Mr. Big, that we're on the same animal. So.
you know, it takes me 2 or 3 times to get it right.
I swear I seen that thing tip over Kregg. I got nothing. As long as we can find the right animal. We got to go back to Phil's LRU 101 and
No kidding.
Target
Can
acquisition.
I sign up? Yeah, I need it. Target acquisition. One thing in the scope, it's another thing in the camera.
That's true. Cool.
What a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mojo's working. We're gonna find a bull.
Yep.
No doubt about it. Oh yeah. I saw 4 bulls coming out of there. I said we bumped them.
We bumped 4 bulls coming up to this lookout point. I mean, you can just tell this is a canyon. It's going to hold a lot of elk. We're going to work this rim up and lookout points up the ways a little bit, but perfect place.
Handful of like small rag type bulls.
Yeah.
Finding a 6 point might be the trick, you know.
Yeah.
A couple of these bulls are broken up in here. You can tell they've been getting after it this season. There's a lot of cows and probably takes a lot of effort to get a girlfriend in this country. A lot of bulls. It's like eating a whole box of Captain Crunch, right?
That's what
You can do it,
Exactly.
but it's not always a good idea.
Well, let's get after it.
Love it.
Just keep going working, glassing. I'm just gonna try to get some shots and see how we do. Yep, yes sir.
Dozen bulls right here in this canyon.
Oh yeah.
This one's here giving you the Hollywood rub. Should only be a couple more 100 yards up.
Let's keep chucking.
Here in the bottom, right above the dead tree, you see those 2 coming down. So they're all into here.
We brought a 28 nozzler on this trip. That's as big a caliber, or I guess we've always shot 7mm, but as big a cartridge as I've ever shot on the show. I don't think I've shot anything bigger. Running suppressed, and we're running that Revic scope, so our ballistics are on board on the scope. So we'll be able to run a range through like the swirls, for example. Scope's gonna do temperature, pressure, gonna do direction for us. We've got some fun equipment we brought here, so awesome setup. Probably 500 yards on the close shot to 1,000 on the far shot. A little breezy, but we got action this morning, so. We've got 5 or 6 little satellite bulls down here, a couple small 5s, a couple just little raghorns. But they're out already, so sounds like they've been feeding pretty late into the mornings this time of year, mid-November. They've got their winter coats on, through a hard rut. We're gonna pick this apart a little bit. So far it's those 2 bulls, that one or this one up there.
Which one is he?
Should be the top, very top.
Top right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walking towards us.
Well, it's a good problem to have, brother. You got about a dozen bulls right here in this canyon.
Oh yeah. The sun, as it happens, the sun's started hitting this bull and he's looking better and better. He's working this face at about 800, 5x6. Good looking bull. Right here to have some fun, test some equipment. So I'm actually gonna get the gun out, get a feel, see what he looks like, so.
He's coming left to right.
That's him in the front?
Yeah, right where the little green bush is. He's gonna walk right behind that. That bush is 726.
Okay.
Right in the sun. 728, G. He's down in the thick stuff, so I can't see him, but he's still standing there. You see him? So come over that dead pine tree, that little sliver, not the first gap of shade, but the second. I can see him right now. Okay, if he comes out broadside. Oh, he looks good there, buddy. 704. 704. Yeah, I just let him clear that little top of that pine. It's right over his vitals. We're golden. And you got 3 bulls there. He stops. Perfect. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. Perfect shot.
Ooh. What's that? Big bull's down. He's not our 6-point that we came for, but best looking bull. Just good shape, nice, beautiful cape. You couldn't script a better place to shoot from. We got 500 to 1200. This bull gave us the shot we like to shoot in. You know, practice a lot at 600, 700, 800 yards. If a guy practices a lot and gets comfortable with the wind, it's a very doable shot.
Looking this way, we can look at it, but it was just right on the shoulder. And he hunched up immediately, went right in there, and he hasn't come out, so.
Nice.
And it looked like you put it perfect right there on him. And it's nice to have someone that knows how to pull the trigger.
Good.
Was that one of the 3 or 4 you kind of had your eye on?
Mm-hmm. Was the one he described to me today. Well, good. I'm glad it worked out.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, what a beautiful place to sit up.
that tree house or your blind is pretty cool up there. We hiked up there. That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Doing
That
it
one
in
the
style
right
there.
That's
Very nice.
fantastic.
Yeah.